Welcome back to the Mom and Kids Show. I am Daniel, one of the kids.
I am Damian, the other kid.
And I'm Aracely, the mom.
And today we have our sixth Bible study
Woohoo!
of the year.
Today we're going to be doing chapters 32 to
Of Genesis.
36.
36.
Genesis 32, 36.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
36.
go watch our other Bible studies if y'all haven't seen them.
It's in the left up corner.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then watch them in order, because it's the Bible in order.
Or don't.
I mean, if you just see this video, you want to watch it, you can totally do that.
Okay, let's get right into it. All right, like Damian said, we have chapters 32 through 36, and so we're splitting them up. So Daniel has chapter 32.
Okay. I have 32.
So do we do a recap? No recap. Just get into it.
You can do a recap.
So we're at the part where Jacob is returning back to the land with his brother Esau. So that's where we left off last time. So he's coming back.
And they were caught leaving by Laban, and Laban
Yeah.
stopped them, and he was like, "It's okay, you can go."
Yeah, they ended up agreeing that he could go. And so Jacob's on his way back to his brother, who last time they talked, or last time they were together, Esau wanted to kill Jacob. So let's see where this story takes us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so chapter 32 starts off with Jacob. He started on his way again. It says, angels of God came to meet him. When Jacob saw them, he exclaimed, "This is God's camp." So he named the place Mahanaim. Okay, so he's passing through a little place. He sees some angels, and then Jacob starts sending messengers to give Esau gifts, so that he sees him like as a good person. So bribing him, kind of like, "Hey, I'm giving you some gifts. Be nice to me." And so the messengers, they go and they see Esau, and it says that he has an army of 400 men, and he's on his way. So then Jacob starts praying, "Lord, please, you said that I was going to be received well. Why is he attacking me?" But this is, he doesn't know that he's actually attacking him yet. Like, if he's actually attacking him. Okay, so he starts sending more gifts. So he sent 200 female goats, 220 male goats, 20 ewes, 20 rams, 30 female camels and with their young, 40 cows, 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. So he divided. Wait, no, that's not right. Oh yeah. He divided them and gave them to his servants, and he was like, "Okay, go take these." And Jacob told the servants to tell Esau, like, these are gifts from your servant, Jacob. He is behind us. So it's always like, it seems like Jacob is coming, but he's sending more and more gifts. So then there's this man. During the night, Jacob got up and crossed with his whole family the river. And after he took them to the other side with everything he owned, he was all alone. So he was still going back at camp, and just looking around, probably making sure he didn't leave anything behind. And then there's this man, and he came to wrestle with him at dawn, until dawn. And whenever they were wrestling, the man touched Jacob's hip and wrenched it out of its socket. So he broke the hip. And the man said, "Let me go, for the dawn is breaking." But Jacob said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." "What is your name?" the man asked. He replied, "Jacob." And so he blesses him, And he changes his name to Israel. He named him Israel because you have fought with God and with men and have won. So, and then he reveals that he's actually God. So it wasn't just a man. He was actually wrestling with the God of the universe, which is pretty crazy.
Imagine just thinking it's a regular day. You have to fight someone. Then you
Nah.
realize it's God.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Then Jacob's like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Why do you want to know my name?" And then he just blessed Jacob. And Jacob named the place Peniel, which means face of God. For he said, I have seen I have seen God face to face, yet my life has been spared. So he was able to look at God, which we know is like crazy. Because Jesus says I think God said somewhere in the Bible that man cannot comprehend what he sees if he looks at God. God's like not human. He's not spirit. He's a being. So he names it that. And the sun was rising, and Israel left Peniel with limping because of his injury to his hip. So yeah, that's how the chapter ends. He starts walking towards his family.
Very good. I do have a couple of things to add to that. But I think he did a great job recapping the story or retelling it.
I didn't really get a lot out of this chapter, like by doing research, but I thought it was a very interesting chapter.
It is.
Still don't understand why, like, on some Bibles it says he was renamed, but then it still uses the word Jacob.
It
So let's talk about that a little bit. So let's talk about Jacob wrestling with God. Don't we all just sometimes just wrestle with God on what we're supposed to do and what we want to do? So if it's when we saw the movie The Forge, and the guy's like, he's in his room and he's like, okay, Lord, what do you want me to give up or clean her? Like, and he's almost done. And then he's like, what else? And then he sees his
gaming
gaming console. And so he's like, really? That
Yeah.
one? Like, no, I don't want to do that. And I think we all wrestle with God at some point, and we want to do our will, not what's right. It's what makes us feel good. And so I think we do that all the time. And it's not until the wrestling, but it's not until Jacob says his name, and it symbolizes in some way that he actually stopped pretending in the previous places whenever they're with Israel with his dad Isaac. He's like, I'm Esau, I'm faking, I'm trying to be somebody else. And then until he says, I am Jacob. It's like, I finally know who I am. And God renames him, gives him the name Israel.
You know what's crazy? Is that people say you find identity in God, right? Like you find who you are. You find who I am. And that's one of God's names. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is cool.
That is.
That is very interesting. And then Damon, you're asking why it keeps going back. To what I understand and how I see it is, we are renamed. We are giving a new name. We are a new person. And when we fully surrender to God, but that doesn't mean that our previous person or the previous person we were doesn't show up. So throughout the Bible, like after he's renamed, we're still going to see that Jacob come up, that person, those beliefs, who he is. And then we'll see the Israel, who the leader that God makes him. So go.
So it's just like that because it's in that time. It's like how he was earlier, before that.
So it's
Or
just who you show up as.
At the bottom of my thing, it says Hebrew Israel, also in 32:22a. The name Jacob and Israel are often interchanged throughout the Old Testament, referring to sometimes the individual patriarch and sometimes the nation. So it's changing like how he's feeling basically
How he's
once he
showing up.
accepts.
Yeah, so
it's like he has two personalities.
well, I don't think it's two personalities. I think
or like two ways of being.
your old self still shows up. Like
Mhm.
you want to say, you are trying to what's a good thing? You're trying to be disciplined and do exercise, right? That's your new person. That's who you want to become. That's who you want. Get up early, do exercise. And then there's some days that you just don't want to get up and you just don't want to exercise. That's your old self showing up. So I think we all have our other personality, other forms of being that are still going to show up throughout life, and it's how we switch it back and be like, okay, no, wait, you know what? I said I was going to get up early and do exercise. Let me go ahead and do that.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
good.
let's do chapter 33.
We're at chapter 33.
You had chapter 33.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so Jacob and Esau.
Oh, wait. I have one more thing to add to
Nate.
chapter 32. Sorry. But I think it is really important. Because and it says that, he had seen the angels of God had met him, right? So they're going along with him in this journey going back home. But it still says Jacob was greatly afraid. So it's like, even though we have God in our hearts, we're still going to be afraid. We're still going to have to act. And that's how courage is. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is what you do with it.
Daniel, stop shining that light in my face.
I'm not shining it in your face.
Yes,
It hasn't gone in your face once.
Don't be shining. What are you doing? Dámelo para acá.
And he's playing with it this whole time.
I didn't say put it over there. I said give it to me.
No, it's not even in your face, you liar.
Okay, chapter 20. All right, let's jump into chapter 33.
All right, so chapter 33 starts off with Jacob looking up and seeing Esau coming towards him with 400 men. So he divided his children and his family. He's like, well, if some of us die, at least some of them won't. So he's like, go over there, go really far, take some things. And then Jacob went ahead and he approached his brother. And then he bows down to him really low as a sign of respect multiple times. 7 times. And then Esau ran to meet him and he gave him a hug. He was like, I missed you, man. They both cried. They haven't seen each other for a long time. I mean, Jacob has like 11 kids now. And a bunch of like flocks and cattle and a bunch of stuff. And
isn't it just interesting how and he was in his head were all these thoughts and fears about how his brother was going to react, and the reality was his brother
missed
him and wanted to see him. And how many times do we have that like we feel that fear of things that never do happen, but that paralyze us, and we can't even sleep at night because we're going to fail that test, and you take that test and you pass.
Or you fail. But yes, you passed.
Either way, you're done with it.
But yeah, I think it was just all in his head, and he felt guilty. I think that he hadn't forgiven himself.
Ooh, that's good.
So he felt that Esau hadn't forgiven him.
That is good. Yeah.
And so Esau's like, who are these people? He's like, that's my family, cuz. That's my family. And so they all went down, his whole family went down to bow before Esau, and then Esau was like, what, why are you giving me all these sheep? I was just coming here, say hi to you, and you're just sending a bunch of cattle and flocks and herds. And Jacob replied, they are a gift, my lord, to ensure your friendship. My brother, I have plenty, Esau answered. Keep what you have for yourself. So he's like, I have way more than you. I have enough. And I think that means something. I don't know what it means yet, but I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. How do I put this? I think it's reassuring to know that God still blessed Esau even after he had his birthright and the
Yeah, and imagine all like
blessing stolen.
that he had to go through, I guess, to come to those terms, to be like, you know what, after he was thinking that everything was taken away from him, to come back and say, I have enough.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then Jacob's like, no, it's I found favor in with you. Please accept this gift from me. It's like seeing the face of God.
Yeah, imagine,
And I
let's
think
let's
that's
have
kind of
those.
funny. Jacob's in his head like, but he saw the face of God. It's like those jokes that they make on TV, on
What
the
jokes?
shows about stuff.
Like what
Aren't all
stuff?
jokes about stuff?
Never mind. But I think Jacob's kind of funny for including that little bit. It's like seeing the face of God.
He's like, what's it called? Showing off.
Yeah. But only to himself because no one else knows he saw God. Okay. And so it sounds like, okay, let's keep going. I'll lead the way. Jacob said, "You can see, my lord, that some of the children are very young, and the flocks and herds have their young too. If they are driven too hard, even for one day, all the animals could die. Please, my lord, go ahead of your servant. We will follow us at a pace that is comfortable for the livestock and the children. I will meet you at the Sair." So he's just like, go ahead. We have to wait for the kids and the young flocks, the young sheep and stuff. And so Jacob goes ahead. He gives them some bodyguards. Jacob's like doesn't need the bodyguards. He's like, it's okay. We don't need that. And then Esau turned around and started to head to the Sair. And Jacob, on the other hand, traveled to Succoth, and then he built himself a house there.
Shechem or
Oh yeah. Wait, where did I get Succoth? No,
Like right
S
before.
on verse
I know.
17.
I see it.
Succoth.
The last
He
word.
built a house there and shelters for his livestock. Succoth means shelters. And then later he traveled all the way from. Oh, and then having traveled from Paddan Aram, he arrived safely to the town of Shechem in the land of Canaan, and he set up a camp there outside of town. And Jacob bought the land for 100 pieces of silver, where he was camping, and there he built an altar and named it El Elohi Israel, which means God, the God of Israel.
okay.
That's how it ends. He built an altar.
I have something to say. It's not really like it's kind of about this, but like, and it's not really a quiz thing. It's more of a vote. Like, how much do you think like silver was worth back then? Because it's not worth like what it's worth now. Like, how much do you think currency would it be? Like, what do you think it could buy you back then?
I mean, it could buy you land. 10 pieces of silver like this.
10 or 100?
Oh, 100 pieces of silver like this.
Well, I don't think it was like right now. Today we don't use silver to pay, so that's why it has a value of
I know,
dollars to
but
it.
like,
But I don't know back then.
like there was talents, but like
Oh.
this version, how much do you think? Like, they used it to pay for stuff, so how much do you think it was worth for them?
That's a very good question. Let me see how much was a silver.
Because 100 pieces of silver can buy land. Land is about $5,000, so I'm guessing it's like $10,000 each. $10,000
There's a single piece of silver, often a shekel or denarius, in the Bible represents roughly 1 day's to several days' wages for a laborer. While the raw silver value is relatively low today in terms of purchasing power, a single silver coin was roughly equivalent to $120 in modern.
Mine says
But I don't know if that's right.
100 pieces of silver equals 100 shekels, and at about 31.68 ounces per ounce of silver, 100 shekels equals 2,829 ounces of silver. At that rate, 100 shekels is worth about $89,641 dollars.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't
I don't
know.
know. We'd have to look into it, but
Guys, comment down below your guess. Your guess.
Your guess?
yes. Who knows how much that was
Somebody.
in today's
Economy.
currency. Okay, let's do chapter 34. I got chapter 34. So we have there in Shechem and the what's his name? Oh, they're in the city of Shechem. And there's this boy man, or it's his name's Shechem. He is the son of Hammer. And so he violates Dinah.
Dinosaur.
And then after he does that, he's like, I want to marry her. So I'll go ahead and read the thing and then we'll go into everything that I learned off of it. So he does that and then he's like, Dinah goes to her family, and then Shechem talks to his dad, and it's like, Dad, I really like this girl. Go talk to the family, and I want to marry her. And so the dad goes to Jacob and tells him what's going on, and so Jacob doesn't really react. He's like he stays calm. And all the brothers are out in the field, and so the brothers come in and they're like they're really upset because of all of this that's happening. And Hammer, the father, he's like, tell us what we can do. Shechem's there. He's like, I really want to marry your daughter. And so the brothers are like, well, we can't, our people can't marry your people unless they're circumcised. And so he's like, you need to every male has to be circumcised. And so Hammer's like, okay. He goes back to his people, to his men, and he tells them, hey, if we want to marry their daughters and they're going to be living here, we need to be circumcised. And so they all agree that that's the best thing to do. So they go through this process of circumcision, and so they're feeling weak and they're recuperating. And when they're doing that, then the brothers, Jacob's sons, come over and they kill all the men. They steal their animals, and they steal their.
Well, I don't think they really steal it because they're already dead.
They steal the animals.
Well, yeah, but they're not theirs anymore because they're dead.
But they take them. They take the animals and they take the wives and I believe the kids too. Remember? And so they And so Jacob is gets really mad at them, and it's like, why have you done this
that?
to me? This is my name, and
You were gonna get mad at
now
me.
we have to now we're gonna have to move or do something about it. And so the kids are like, well, what'd you expect us to do? Nothing. So let's break it down, because this was a really good chapter. Verse 2 and 3, where Shechem violates Dinah and then wants to marry her. There's gonna be people in life that are gonna do you harm and then try to fix it. Like, they're gonna do something to you out of like, and it's your call and your, like, how you feel about it. Like, if you know that they really meant the harm, or they're true to what they're saying, or because people can make mistakes and that happens, but you have to be really cautious of that. Now let's talk the dad hammer. So the kid comes to the dad and it's like, hey, I messed up. I did this thing. Now I want to marry the daughter. And some people will stand up for you, but will not call you out. Like, the dad should have been like, you messed up. You need to, like, do something about this. But he's like, okay, I'll go talk for you, and I'll try to get you everything like you want. Jacob holds his peace. I mean, he's not even getting mad or upset that this is going on. And when you don't speak up, others will do it for you. So Jacob should have said something. I mean, it's his daughter. He should have said something. But he was more worried about his reputation, his name, what people were going to think about him, instead of actually seeing what was happening to his family.
I think people would have respected him more.
Yeah, he was just like going with, I'm like, I don't know. I can't even wrap my head around it. Jacob's sons were angry about the honor and the disgrace that it had brought to them. And so also they were also like acting blindly, like they were just letting that anger lead them. Jacob's son, tell Hammer to be circumcised, and when they are weak, that those sons, they would go over and kill them. And people will deceive you, trick you into doing something against what you believe, and that thing might be sacred. So he was telling them, hey, go do this. But for Israel and them, circumcision was something sacred. Like, it was something that they were supposed to do, and it wasn't something that to be played with. And so they were like playing with fire. They were telling them, hey, you go do this and we can accept you into.
What does it symbolize?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't really know. I can't answer that.
Well, we'll answer that next podcast.
Yep. That's a good question.
Probably.
Go.
He said it is.
Oh. So Hammer and the men decided to be circumcised and focused on the reward. They wanted the women, they wanted the animals. Some people will be led and will not think for themselves. So I feel like that's something that you have to be regulated and really watch for yourself and see what's guiding you to make that decision in life. Shechem says to Jacob and sons that whatever they ask for, he will give them it. When you are desperate or unregulated, when you will do whatever it takes, even if it harms you, because you cannot see and you cannot reason. So that's why whenever I say let's slow down, it's because of that. It's because you actually, when you slow down, when you breathe, when you engage your five senses, you can think about the decision that you're about to make, not just have to make it. Okay, Jacob's sons plunder the city and kill the men. People will take advantage of your weakness. So when you're weak and you let people into that weakness and you tell people about it, you're feeling down, you don't have the energy, like you're confused, and you tell people about it. Some people will take advantage of it and will guide you to what they believe, but you won't be able to see that. And sometimes it's easy to take advantage of other people's weakness. You see somebody that's like that's down, you're going to you might give them a word of like a motivation, and then they're like wanting to do anything that you want because you helped them and you motivated them, and all of a sudden you have this power to like, you know what, I'm gonna tell them to do this other thing. And so
Give me water.
so always check your heart. Okay.
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 Jacob is afraid of what will they do to him because what his sons have done. The fear is so big that sometimes you are selfish. Only think of yourself and cannot see reality. And when Jacob says, when Jacob's son answers, should they have treated our sister like a harlot? Harlot. And they blame or excuse themselves instead of taking ownership. They're like, well, they did it. Instead of taking the ownership that they should have done, like, you know what? We did this because we wanted to.
Because we were mad.
Yep.
Mhm.
You guys have anything to say to that?
I think it's a pretty crazy chapter.
Isn't the Bible really crazy though?
It's like a
all
drama
this?
series. If they made a TV show on the whole entire Bible, like a quote unquote drama, um, it would be like modern day Bible,
Gotta be rated
like a
R.
like a office style
TVMA.
Bible show. I feel like they would be the number 1 show.
TVMA. But
They're
it's
pretty
so
crazy.
it's so cringe.
It's just
Okay.
That.
Let's go to 35. Chapter 35.
35. Who had 35? Damian.
me.
Damian's son.
So this chapter starts off with God saying to Jacob, "Arise, go up to Bethlehem or Bethel. Bethel. Do you know how to pronounce it?
Bethel.
Bethel. And dwell there, and make an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you fled from the face of your brother." And Jacob said to everybody who was with him to like put away like the foreign gods and like everything, or like their jewelry. So yeah. He took away their or does it show? Yeah, it says to he did it to purify them. And he took them to hide, or he hid them under the terebinth tree, which was tabernath. You sure it has an
I don't
R?
know. Oh, I don't know.
No, it's terebinth. Which was tree, which was by the Shechem, and journeyed. So basically, they were journeying to Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, and he came with all the people that he took, which was basically everybody there. And he built an altar there, and he called the place El Bethel. Then Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died, and she was buried under the terebinth tree, which was where they hid the jewelry. I believe it's the same one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. And then they kept journeying, and God said, be fruitful and multiply, which we see a lot in the Bible.
We do.
It was seen in like the very first verses. So yeah. See it again here. And then then they wait, hold on, I'm lost. Oh. Give me 1 second.
Stop saying like.
You said like 100,000 times.
Stop saying like. Be better than me.
Be better. You guys need to have notes next time. You guys don't have any notes.
I didn't get any good chapters.
It don't matter, but have notes of
About
what you're
what?
gonna talk about.
I do know.
There was a lot in that chapter.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
You could have added on to it, but you didn't.
I did add.
You didn't.
I did.
You didn't.
We're on verse 12.
Come on, Damian, you had one chapter.
I know, and I lost myself already.
12.
Okay. Okay. And then God gives them land, Abraham and Isaac. And where Jacob talked with him, which was there, he set up.
Speak up, Damian.
Oh, okay.
We can't hear you.
He set up a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering on it. And he poured oil on it, and Jacob called the place where he spoke with God Bethel.
Speak up. You're not speaking up.
Speak up. You raise your voice, but you don't speak from your stomach.
Then they journeyed from Bethel, and when there was a little distance, but there was a little distance to where they were going, which is Ephrath, and Rachel labored in childbirth, and very sadly, she died. It's sad. But she had her kid, and that she called Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin. So, he kind of has two names. So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath. Jacob set up a pillar and said, "How did you break through this? This breach be upon you." And therefore his name was called Perez. Yeah.
Mijo, I can't hear you. I can barely hear you here. Like, you need to speak.
The microphone's not picking up on anything you're saying.
Stomach.
So I have to restart the whole thing?
No. Just speak up.
Okay.
Just imagine you're talking to him all the way over there.
I didn't even hear what he named his son.
Oh, I skipped chapters by accident. My pages got stuck. Okay. So, do you want me to restart from the death of Rachel?
Yeah.
Then they journeyed from Bethel to a place called Ephrath, and Rachel labored in childbirth, and sadly, she did not make it through.
You're still not speaking up.
Damian, it's because you're like, look, you talk
You're
like
doing
this.
the same thing over and over
Look,
again.
listen, you go like this, and then you're breathing, you're holding it in. Let it go, like just.
There's plenty of oxygen. There's no need to save
You
it.
hold it to like, and then they labor. Like, just let it go. Like, just speak up. Like,
Okay.
I'm going.
It's 'cause
I'm.
he takes very little breaths. That's
No,
why
it's not that. It's just
Yes,
he holds it
is.
in.
Yeah, because he's trying to use all his like.
I know.
he
That's why
breathes
he
in like
holds it
this and
in.
then breathe deep.
And then, let's practice. Say, ah. More. You're still using your vocal. Don't use your vocal.
Open your throat up. Let more oxygen flow.
Do it. Don't be afraid of hearing your voice.
I already heard my voice.
No. Nope. You keep doing it until I tell you.
Keep doing it until she tells you.
Don't do it into the mic. Just do it right away. Nope.
Why are you stopping?
Damian,
Why are you
don't
stopping?
do it through your voice. Do it here and just like push it out.
There.
No, you're holding it. See how much you hold it?
How much?
You're holding that. That's holding. No, let it go. Just be like, like let it out. Nope.
Why
Okay,
are you
stop.
scared to be loud?
Stop.
I'm not.
There you go. No, listen. Imagine Daniel's all the way out there bored. Se está quemando la. Está la troca o la basura.
Daniel, come here and give me
No,
my
that's-
cable.
He's not gonna hear you.
Daniel.
Okay, now do that in a lower, and like just not as loud. Just the same way you said it.
Daniel.
Okay, talk to him right now.
Daniel.
No, why you lower it?
Daniel. Come here. I love you.
Talk right, like that little not a whole sentence.
Daniel, how's your day going?
More louder.
Why are you talking like this?
Daniel, how's your day going?
Why are you talking like
Don't
this?
sing. Every
I'm
word.
not singing.
It's just
Sit up.
Damian.
Sit up.
Damian.
Sit up.
Daniel.
What's the doing this wall?
Damien.
One those
Damien. Damien. Push it out.
Damian, you're pissing me off, bro.
Come on, push it out.
Daniel.
Maybe you just need to do the podcast standing up.
Come on.
Daniel.
Continue talking.
Daniel, how's your day going?
Why are you talking like this?
Yeah, don't change it.
I'm not talking.
I literally just copied you.
All right, tell him something else. Tell him something about the kitties.
The kitties are really cute, right?
Why are you talking like? Why are you like changing your voice?
Yeah, you change your voice, puppy. Why?
It's just speak normally, just from your stomach.
Like it's not
Instead
raising
of
it
using-
up.
Instead of using your little lungs to push, use your stomach. Hello. You should feel your
Hello.
stomach shrinking as you speak.
Hello.
Okay, let's try it.
Can I talk good?
Let's try it now.
Hey. Let me get my chapter.
Kitties, please wake up. With you. See, this is Geist.
That's not how it works.
If I step on them, do you think they'll wake up? Or do you think they'll go to sleep?
I'll probably go
Forever.
to sleep permanently. Okay.
Look, I could even speak in a really high voice and use my stomach.
Come on. Let's go. Let's finish it up.
Then they journeyed from Bethel, and they journeyed to Ephrath, or Ephrath. But Rachel labored in childbirth. So sadly, very sadly, she died. There's no easy way to put this.
Rachel is Esau's and Jacob's mom, right? Right?
Yeah, we're talking about
Or
Isaac.
is it in a
Yeah.
what? Isn't it
Yeah.
the-
Okay.
Yeah. So, but she ended up having the child. She named the child Ben-Oni. I don't know if it was a boy or not. Oh, yeah. It's a son. It was a boy. And his father, his father called him Benjamin. So, Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath. And Jacob set a pillar up on her grave. Which is the pillar of
It
Rachel's
was
grave.
Jacob. Yeah, it was Jacob's wife, not Isaac.
Yeah.
It was Jacob's
I knew it was a wife.
wife. He's over there with Laban, and Laban gave him
Who's
Leah and then
Isaac's wife?
Rebecca.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I think it's still there. I don't know if it's like the grave thing is still there to this day, but it might be. And with everybody, I know. Yeah, then they traveled beyond the Tower of Eder. And yeah. So, and then it just says Jacob's 12 sons. Now he has 12 sons because of that last one. So yeah, the 12 sons are were the sons of Leah, were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simon,
It's Simeon.
and Simeon, Levi, Judah, Zachariah, and Issachar.
He is a car?
That's what I was thinking. And then Zebulun.
It's a balloon?
So those were the
They had some funny
sons
names.
of sons and daughters of. Wait, no, they were all sons. Those were the sons of Leah. And then the sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. Those are the two sons. Then the sons of Bilhah, Bilhah. How do you pronounce that?
I would say Billa.
Bilhah? Yeah. Bilhah, Rachel's maidservant, or Dan and Naphtali. And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, were Gad and Asher. Those were all the sons who were born to him in Paddan Aram. And then Isaac ended up dying. Jacob and Esau buried him, and he lived about 180 years old.
Long time.
180? Didn't God like reduce their lifespan to 120?
From like 300, 400 years to like 100, I guess.
120.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Okay.
But yeah,
But no.
I think the only thing I have for that, thank you, Damian, for that.
The only
Chapter?
part that I feel like this chapter just turned, I just don't, it just doesn't go good. I feel like it's just so sad, such a sad chapter. They lose two people.
They're journeying, and then
They die.
they die.
Yeah, and also one thing I noticed is that in verse 10, God says to Jacob, "Your name is no longer Jacob, but you will be called your name is Jacob, but you will not be called Jacob any longer. From now on your name will be Israel." And at the bottom of my thing it always says like a little bit about it. Jacob, like the Hebrew word for heel and deceiver. Israel means God fights. And also another thing I noticed, verse 14, Jacob set up a stone pillar to place where God had spoken to him, and then he poured wine over it as an offering.
It says on mine, it just says a drink.
Oh, well, mine
Might
says
have been
wine.
any soda.
And then again, with the gravestone for Rachel. So we see a lot of pillars from Jacob.
I also have one thing to add to my own chapter, which I don't know why I didn't say it earlier. It just came to mind right now. It was that this literally shows that there is life everywhere, even where there's death. She died while giving birth, so that's the life cycle.
That is good.
I just saw that.
Yep. Things live, things die. I will add that, God tells Jacob, arise, and he's still talking to him, and even though Jacob and Jacob's family have done harm, just to show us that God shows up even if you have done wrong. He never leaves you, so that's a great promise to have. Okay, let's jump into 36 to finish up our Bible study. Chapter 36, I mean, there's a lot of just the genealogy of Esau and showing us that how they went about, and there was only one verse that made me stop, and I did go down like this rabbit hole because of it. And so we see, it's naming the son of something, the son of something, the son of something.
You mean someone?
The someone, yeah, sorry.
Something that is funny.
So we see all these people,
Baby
like
watermelon.
all this, the line of Esau. But when I got to verse 24, it says, there were the sons of Zibeon, both Ajah and Anah. This was the Anah who found the water in the wilderness as he pastured the donkeys of his father Simeon. And when I stopped on it, I was like, wait, why is it telling us about this Anah? Like, it doesn't tell us anything about anybody else. It just suddenly all of it out of nowhere tells us this is the Anah that found the water, blah blah blah. And so
What verse is that?
24. And so I started looking into it, and so Anah was he was the one who found water, and water, we in the Hebrew word is yamin, which is hot springs. So for Jacob, so it's showing us how Esau's lineage, or where his inheritance, or what they did, compared to what, like, Jacob's line. So Jacob has the birthright, he has the inheritance. So he's received a promise, and he's operating through, like, this is what we do, like following the order, right? But Esau, on the other side, his line has to build, has to discover, has to, like, he has to go do other things, because yes, he has a blessing, but he has to figure it out a little bit more. So we have this continuous line where Anah, here we have Anah, who is doing something ordinary, because doing, like, donkeys were considered like a low value animal. So he's out there just doing his thing every single day, and it's a basic labor, like you showing up to work every single day. And then all of a sudden,
Working 9 to 5.
yeah, and then all of a sudden he sees these hot springs. And Anah, actually, like, his family history, I think he was, like, through a marriage and stuff, they come together with the South family. Anah's family knew how to use the land. And so so it just shows us that you can have land and still not know how to use it. So Anah comes in, he finds these hot springs, which is something that is not something you just notice right away. You actually have to, like, pay attention to it. Jacob deals with wells. Throughout Jacob's story, we see him building wells, and we see him digging with intentionally with intention. He's digging intentionally, he's redigging, he's digging the wells to find water, which we know water through the Bible has a lot of meaning. But then we have Esau, which is no digging, he just comes across it. It's like, oh, it's there, like nobody saw this, like, not Esau.
Ah, nah, bro.
Yeah. He identified a hidden resource. And so I just thought it was really cool how we can find these treasures and these hidden things in our everyday life. Like, doing the everyday. Maybe you feel like you're not doing nothing of great importance, because you're waking up, you're doing food for the family, you're going to work from 9 to 5, you come back home,
Feed the pigeons.
feed you feed the pigeons.
Maybe you have pet pigeons.
You're just doing this routine work, and sometimes you're just like, I want to do something else of great importance. But that one thing that you're doing, maybe if you just stay present and you're actually seeing, you can actually, like, find those hot springs in your life that will change
Ooh.
the trajectory of your family, that will change like, that will leave your next generation something different, because you showed up and you paid attention and you were okay doing that. And so I see the beauty of Esau's lineage of doing everything, and I also see the beauty of Jacob's line, not lineage, the line where Jacob also had that forward thinking. So I think if you're present, doing whatever you have to do and staying open to the possibilities, once you see something, you can create that structure like Jacob and think in the future and have that vision. And so you see both of them. Both both things kind of both lines kind of in business and in money and in life. Um and so
And maybe there's some hot springs that other people like pass by and you notice, just like um uh Jacob was making wells and didn't notice any hot springs.
Yep. So I don't know. Again, there was nothing much for chapter 36 except that one verse that shows, and then after that it continues on just naming all the people after that. But it was Anah, the one who found the water, that changed Esau's lineage. And so it's just a good thing to remember when we're doing our everyday life and it feels like we're not really advancing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Anything else?
nope, I think I'm good.
These were some pretty like interesting but simple chapters,
Yep.
like pretty upfront. Um, but thank you for listening to our podcast.
Let us know what you took out of these chapters.
Go watch our other podcasts about money, skills, and
And if you've watched
famous people.
this podcast like to the end so far, just like scroll down a little on the page and just like click that subscribe or follow button.
Yep, like, leave us a comment.
Share.
Put a comment of how much you think one silver thing was worth.
And what you noticed that we might not have noticed.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching. Go follow us on Spotify. Subscribe to us on YouTube. I think that's it, right?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, until next time, this has been the Mom and Kid Show. We will see you at the table.